Okay, hello students. Now we are going to solve the transportation model with another method which is called as the column minima method. And now this method is similar to the row minima method, where in the row minima method we have selected all the minimum this cost cell from each row. Similar to that, we are going to find out, we are going to allocate the number of units to the minimum cost cell of each column. So now let us start again with the same example. Now the first column is this A. In this column, find out what is the minimum cost cell, which is 10. So assign minimum of 100 and 140, which is 100. So now this becomes 0 and the supply remaining is also 40. So now this column is been fulfilled. So I am removing the column. Go to the next column, which is B. In this you find out what is the column minima, that is 18. Assign minimum of 120 and 150, so that is 120. So here the column is also fulfilled, so remove that, and the supply remaining is 30. Move to the next column, which is C. The minimum cost cell is 17, so assign 30 number of units to this. So 100 for this column are remaining, but the row is fulfilled, so the row can be removed. Now still the column is not, the 100 units are remaining from this column. So now assign it to the minimum cost cell is 19. Assign 100 number of units, which are for both these are equal. So remove the column as well as the row. Now again, this is the column number D, which is the remaining one. So you can, the minimum of this is 23. You can assign 40 number of units to this. So here the remaining will be 85 from the column. You can remove the row again, but with the same column, this 24 is the minimum cost cell. So 85 I can assign over here. So 85 is removed, and then 15 units are remaining. So I will remove this. And lastly, only these 30 and 29, these two only other cost cells which are remaining. So minimum is 15, so I can assign 15 over here. So this row is fulfilled, but 110 units in the column are being removed, are remaining, which I can assign to this particular cost cell. So all the supply and the demand are being fulfilled. So now calculate the total transportation cost by the cost cell multiplied by the allocations and take the sum of it. Now this is about the balanced transportation column minima method, where the supply is equal to demand. Let's go to the unbalanced one, where the supply is not equal to demand. Here the supply is 500 units and the demand is 600 units. So the supply is or the demand is greater than 100 by the supply. So we have to add one row for that, and which is having the supply as it's a dummy row, and it will be giving the supply 100 units. So now again let's go with the same. Come to the first column, which is A1, and then it has got the minimum cost cell as 0. So here you have to assign all the 100 units from the row as well as the column. So the row, the supply and the demand for that column and the row are being fulfilled. So I am removing this. Now come to the next one. Come to the next column, that is B. The minimum cost cell is 18. I can assign 50 number of units to this. The supply is fulfilled, but 70 number of units are remaining from the column. I can remove the row. Now remember here, students, every time whenever you are allocating, you can't distribute the allocations, right? So it will be either your row will be removed or your column will be removed. That is for sure. Now for this B column, still there are 70 number of units which are to be assigned. The minimum cost cell is 20, so I can assign 70 units to this. So this will become 0. I can remove the column, but here 70 units as a supply are still remaining. Because now the earlier column or the column B is completed, you move to the next column, that is C. The number of units which are to be assigned, or the minimum cost cell, is 19. So here you can assign 100 units. So the row is completed, it is fulfilled, and for the column 30 number of units are remaining. I can remove the row again, but the same column, for the same column 22 is the minimum cost cell, so I can assign 30 units for this, and the column can be removed because it is fulfilling, and 40 number of units are remaining for the supply. Move to the next column, D. The minimum cost cell is 23, for which I can assign minimum of this 40 and 125. So the row is been fulfilled. I am removing that, and only 85 number of units are been remaining for column D, which I am going to assign to the next minimum cost cell, that is 24. So here I will be assigning 25 number of units. So the column is being fulfilled. I am removing that, and 15 number of units for this is remaining for the column E. Now for the row 4. Next go to the column E. Now only 30 and 29, these two are remaining, for which 15 I will be assigning to this cost cell. So 110 are remaining, and over here now the row is fulfilled, so I am removing that, and those 110 units I am going to assign to this cell. So all my supply and the demand is been given. So now you can find it out what is the total transportation cost.